a few years back when he got, Dax. What was that? Was that Dax rookie year or was it the other? It wasn't. No, they beat us his rookie year. They beat us his rookie year, and then they beat us the year.
No, we beat him. He beat them the rookie year. Yeah. They beat us
playoffs.
Yeah, they lost
playoffs. In the playoffs, they beat us in the playoffs. But the regular season, yeah, he beat them.
And then what was the year with Byron Jones? It was some crazy play.
That was talking about the playoffs.
Was that the play? No, it was like he came
where he didn't defend. Pulled by Aaron Rodgers.
It's 3rd and 20.
They threw to Jared Cook, and then Byron Jones
that was
in coverage.
2016 playoffs.
Yeah.
You pull him, and then you got a green shirt on, man. You ain't making this fun for us, man.
So that's my game. I cannot wait to play the Packers. I want to get them. I thought they would be better in the playoffs, and they kind of laid an egg last year. So who's your guys' game that you just have circled?
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking week 1, y'all. I just want that game to be over and done with. The Eagles talk so much.
Whoa, over and done with.
Yeah, I want that game to be over and done with.
I want to beat that. I want that game.
Mud hole in them boys. They talk too much. And the game that I really want to win out of all of this too. Of course, the Eagles is one other thing because they just kind of like flies at a barbecue. I'm looking at the Denver game. We haven't beaten that team since I had, first started growing facial hair.
John Elway, man.
Yeah. I had a smooth face, man, the last time we beat the damn Denver Broncos. So let's go ahead and give them the L this year. Yeah.
In Denver too. They have a crazy record in September at the crib. We get them in October on my birthday, by the way, y'all. We get them in October. So I'm not sure what their record is in October, but they have a ridiculous record in September at home. It's impossible to beat them there. It feels like no matter how good or bad they are. For me, it's Kansas City on Thanksgiving. The Cowboys opening up against Philly and then getting Kansas City for Thanksgiving. When's the last time they had those two dope matchups in the same year? We've been getting duds, bro, for the last 10 years, and John's had to cover this thing quite literally down there. You've been getting Washington and New York and the Raiders, and the one year where you're like, oh man, we get a little hype. Tony Romo's coming back. We get some momentum. Cam Newton they come in town and just whoop us and break Tony Romo's clavicle again and shut everything down. So it's just been real bad on Thanksgiving, and you get Kansas City. If they can get this victory against Kansas City, Pat Mahomes, haven't played them but one time, I think that could set them up for December. And then it's a tough one, right? Detroit, Minnesota, Chargers, Washington. That's a tough stretch. But if you can beat Kansas City, that gives you all the momentum and confidence heading into that December to remember, right? Dallas always is, skeptical in December. So I'm circling that one right there.
Quick question, Sky. On that Thanksgiving Day game, do you eat before or after? What is your process on that?
I try to tell my moms when the whole hey, let's get it done and let me eat because I can't eat during the game. Like my wife, like she knows this.
I said don't start talking to me. Like you want to pray and all that.
It's not possible, bro. In fact, the reason why I have to eat before, because if we lose, I'm the type I get pissed and my appetite might be gone, depending on how we lose.
So you got to do it twice now. You got to do it that day and Christmas, right?
You know what's so crazy, Law? I do not like watching football around my family because they're talking to me. I'm trying to watch the game. We got to go live afterwards for all that we do. I'm just like, hey, y'all, I know, I cover the Cowboys, but just I'm going to go in another room. Hey, Auntie, great seeing you. Hey, G-Ma, how you doing? Love you. Hey, sugar. And then I'm out. Like, come on, y'all. But they always got something to say. Oh, my God. Who's that
like
kid?
Me? We from the East Coast, so like most of my family are Eagle fans. So I'm not watching no Cowboys game around y'all like that. Get out of here.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And then like all the Commanders fans around here, facts. It's crazy how many Commanders fans know that I do this, and it's just living in this is crazy. What about you, John? You got a game that you got circled?
Yeah, I mean, from a coverage standpoint, I would say nothing comes close for me to Thanksgiving, just because of that matchup. And there's just been a lot of boring Thanksgiving games for me to cover. They just haven't had like a lot of great opponents. And so that one for sure. But in terms of like just me and my own enjoyment, it's really everything after that bye, because that first game after the bye, maybe it's not interesting to people because of what the Raiders are, but Monday Night Football, like in Vegas, the first time the Cowboys are going there, like that place is going to be incredible.
Dope, yeah.
Like that. And then the thing that I love about that game and then the Detroit game, from just my perspective, is that they're both open air press boxes. So you're like in the, like you get the full crowd feel. Whereas like Dallas, Philadelphia, New York, like it's a glassed in press box. So it's like, I mean, you hear the noise, but it's not like Minnesota, Detroit, Las Vegas, where, I mean, you just hear, I mean, you really feel like you're like a fan at the game and stuff. So that's, and there's very few of those like that. So, I mean, really, when I saw the schedule come out, I thought it was kind of messed up that they put all those games like that in a row like that. But that is going to be a wild ride right there through that whole, whatever, week 11, 12, 13, 14, like those 4 games right there are all going to be, that's why you got to take care of business at the top end of that schedule. You got to take care of the Carolinas and the Jets and the Giants. You can't give up. Those games are so important early in the season because they have to get off to a strong start for several reasons, but most importantly because of that stretch after the bye week, so this team can't afford to get off to a slow start.
Hey, John, the toughest stretch, I think, according to Adam Schefter, historically, the first team ever to play 6 teams with 11 wins straight, 6 teams straight with 11 wins from the previous season. That's nuts.
That's crazy. John, with that being said, like, do you think that there will be a lot of Cowboy fans in Vegas more than Raiders?
Oh, yeah.
It could be a home game for us.
No.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. No, there will be a lot of Cowboys fans. There were a lot of Cowboys fans at the preseason game last year against the Raiders. So now you have this as a Monday night. Like, I think the Raiders are kind of in a tough spot for a while.
Yeah.
Because that is the game that you want to go to. If you, 1, haven't been to Vegas in a while, or 2, just the fact of if your team plays the Raiders and they don't normally play them, like when the schedule comes out, especially with how the growth and popularity of the NFL, like it's getting to the level where how many people can afford to go to like multiple road games? It's so expensive. So you look at a schedule and you're just like we'll just take this one. When I look at it, I'm just like, how many games on there, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're really like, man, I really got to get to that game. I'm talking about the road games, like I will say Chicago in September, pretty good because that's probably the best weather you could possibly get in Chicago. If it's good weather, I'll put Chicago as a city to visit up with just about any place. If you get the snow and the wind and everything out of it, like summertime Chicago to me is as good as anywhere in the country. So that would be interesting to go to. Denver, because they don't play Denver a lot. But that Raiders game to me is the one where it's like, man, you can get in there on the weekend, you can hang out, and then I love how the stadium is within walking distance of the Strip. And so if you're into the gambling stuff and all that, that's the game to go to, man.
I need to go down there, man.
It's right on the Strip. Like
it's on it.
When I was down there, I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating, but when I was down there, they were building it, and I was like, what the hell? It's right here. I didn't expect it to be. Like, where are you parking? I still don't understand. I haven't been there since they completed it, so I'm not really sure how the hell parking is going to be. But
so the lots are actually like past the Strip, so they're past the stadium. So it's a lot of shuttles that you pass, because there is a lot of open land past it. So if you're driving away and you're like leaving the Strip in Vegas and going past the stadium, there is a lot of parking back that way. But it's like then they shuttle you into the stadium. But
I heard that stadium beautiful.
It is. I mean, it's built by the same people that built AT&T Stadium. And so it's not as big as AT&T. It probably holds about 60, 65. So it's not as big, but it is a beautiful stadium. And yeah, there'll be a ton of Cowboys fans there.
Go ahead.